You and I, we're the only ones that made it to shore. Alive, anyway. Looks like you found something you can defend yourself with. Good. This place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here. Could be worth checking.
Even death gives no solace in this tortured land. Seem my god has no need for my company just yet.
I know you. The blasphemer. That's what my father called you. God saw fit to drown my father and everyone else I ever loved. I wonder what fate he has in store for you. I'm Nessa, and I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of Hillock, that putrid giant you felled out there. You know, back in Oriath, I was taught that God loved me. He has a funny way of showing his love, doesn't he, Templar? Lion Eye's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for, and there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater. Take care.
A tyrannical Templar, to be tested and tempered in the straits of Rayclast. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile. Easy, mate. You could damn a bloke with it like that. The name's Bestiary, captain of the good ship Merry Go. Unless my Merry Go is gone, my crew is. But my wits remain. After the passion. There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Merry Go ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a saw, but he knew his apothecary. Explains the shaky hands, if you ask me.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, I forget I asked. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us when he had his blackguards dump us in the water out there. Here, got something for you. Should help you kill a few more of those undead bastards. Don't bother thanking me. The way I figure it, the longer we fighters live, the longer everyone lives. Farewell.
Exile! You are a well...
That look in your eye, I recognize it. A survivor, just like Einar. That is my name, Exile. Einar. In my native tongue it means lone fighter. That is what Einar was for many years. But it is dangerous now to fight alone. Too dangerous. Even for the mighty Einar. We are in the final days of this world, Exile. Of that, I'm sure. The animals in this land are sick. Sick in the body, and sick in the mind. I have never seen such a sickness before. Only one thing can be done. We survivors must prepare for the end, and delay its arrival as long as we can. For that, we will need supplies, weapons, shelter, food. This is where you come in. Einar has collected many things. Some useful, some not. Many explosive. I can hunt the beasts of this land for meat, but you can only learn a little from meat. To survive, we must know how to raise them. We must collect them. We must catch them alive. And keep them fed and healthy. I can do the keeping alone, but not the catching. There are beasts here that show promise. I need you to capture them. To do this, you must weaken a beast, then throw a net on it. I have created many ingenious nets. I will give you some. You will use them. When the beast is subdued, I will take it to the menagerie, where it will be kept alive, I think. For a little while, at least. When the time comes, the animal will become food. Food for Einar. Food for the other beasts. And food for the first ones. But first, we hunt. Here, now. Best prepare, survivor. Einar will take it. You have shown Einar that you are indeed a survivor, and you have given the first ones their first gift. So now, a gift for you. I do not look like an artist, but I am an artist all the same. Look, when you catch a beast, Einar will note it down. A little picture, some words. When the world ends, we will need to have books. Information is needed to survive. To stave off the boredom and madness. To learn how to rebuild. You will help me fill it out, yes? Hello. Greetings, survivor.
My mana is spent.
Calm's canoe struck this sand with the force of destiny. At his beck, the greatest war host in Karui history tamed the wild sea, their canoes coupling with the land one by one. Lion-eyed gemlings met us with shining metal and bold words. Hyri's arrows withered their pride. Calm's axes silenced their despair. Marseilles Lion-Eye fought bravely to the last.
My prayers are
Calm
thus answered.
honored him with a place on his belt. Calm has shown Rayclast our Karui strength. Calm will teach Rayclast the Karui way.
You are captured. Beast.
spent.
Calm has removed the eternal stain from this coast. The Empire's citizens decorate our meeting houses with their heads. Our warriors build homes for our families. Our families till the earth, fish the waters, fill the air with song. The Kardwi way is yet a seedling here, but it grows, gains in pride and power every day. Calm has kept his promise. The time of the Kardwi has come.
I'd almost stopped believing in miracles. This medicine chest, it's greater than the serums and salves it holds. It tells us that we can do more in Rayclass than merely suffer. I've not much to offer in return, but please, take something in thanks for what you've done. Farewell.
So, you managed to salvage Shaky Hand's druggery. Nicely done. Nessa will put it to good use. More than that benumbed quack Optin ever did.
Got a job for you, if you're willing. There's a pool near the mudflats needs investigating. You'll smell it before you see it. Stinks like a carcass in high summer. But that's not the worst of it. Dead birds walking. Animals don't rise up again the same as people do here. So if they aren't raising themselves, what's doing it for them? The answer's in that fetid pool. Clear the place out and kill whatever's raising those rowers. We've got enough living dead to contend with already. Stay sharp out there.
Yes? Hello.